Just because I'm wearing a tank top doesn't mean I'm lifting weights.
I was just giving credit where credit is due, and that is straight to your biceps. You can take a look at all the guys that Michael just talked about and who I was not fully listening to him.
Triple shimmy. Got him. And Fuentes, it's a grinder behind the back grab by Strowman, but can he get it there in time? Just barely.
We like to call them an egg Sammy here.
Oh, yeah. We definitely don't do that here.
Struck him out.
Paying homage to Tommy Lasorda.
The enthusiasm needs to get higher for that. It's hump day in baseball.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the SB Streamer Live. I always want to say podcast, but it's not a podcast. Live show. I'm your host, Michael Simione. You can follow me on Twitter at SP Streamer. For today, we're going to be talking about some streaming. We're going to be talking about two pitchers who are young and new and what to expect from them. And, you know, just kind of dive into what they're doing. One literally just had like their first appearance. The other one has had 3 starts now. Has looked pretty good. So what we'll do is we'll touch base on streaming first, and then we will move on to those two guys. And, that will be it for the show today. All right, let's get going. So for today, small slate, as you could see, not the best options. I mean, you know, there's no one obvious, I would say, in my opinion. Weirdly enough, the Dodgers are struggling, but Mitch Keller, you don't really want a part of him because as I always say, the walks are an issue. It could be 5 walks, you know, in a start, and you don't want that. So anyway, so we're going to be rolling J Happ for all 3 leagues. He's 10% owned. He faces the Yankees. Yes, they just dominated yesterday against Randy Dobnak, but that doesn't really, you know, surprise me, honestly. But they have been struggling. I'm a little afraid that they're hitting a hot streak right now, but what, you know, settles me into picking him as the streamer is they don't really hit lefties that well. So as you can see, the 73 WRC plus and the high strikeout rate in the last 30 days. So I think maybe we could take advantage of this with Happ, and he's pitching at home. So I feel like this is the best option for today. Mike Minor against Oakland. Oakland's been on fire. Chichi Gonzalez, I just don't trust. Sheffield at Detroit's an option. I would understand that option. They do hit lefties better than righties, though, so that's why I'm a little afraid of that start. And then Michael King at Minnesota, who did get to go a little further into the game his last start, but, you know, tough matchup against Minnesota there. All right, moving on to tomorrow. We got Tariq Skubal as our shallow pick. I know this is surprising because the White Sox kill lefties. I normally wouldn't do this, but Skubal's been ridiculous. I'm shocked he's only 31% owned. This makes no sense. So, yeah, obvious choice if in a shallow league. As a main pick, Cole Irvin goes against the Royals, and you know they've been trending down. They haven't been as good as they can be. Just kind of like a mediocre option. You know, nothing really nothing standing out too much. Again, streaming's been kind of tough. There's just nothing like too obvious as of late. Besides last night with Austin Gomber, and look at that. That worked out. Justin Dunn goes into Cleveland. I'm a fan of Justin Dunn. What he's done with up velocity, the good breaking balls. I mean, he's coming off injury, so that's a little worrisome. But again, I like streaming against Cleveland. That's just me because I don't think they'll blow you up. So that'll be our 3 options for tomorrow. Ross Stripling, I can see. Boston's been striking a lot, but that offense is still scary. They've seen Stripling before. I feel like division game, I'm going to just stay away from that one. Freeland has not been good since he's come back yet. And then he takes on a red-hot Cincinnati Reds offense, so I'm going to stay away from that. Singer, Oakland, hot as well. Don't trust it. Keegan Aiken gets the Rays, who are a lot worse against lefties, but it's Keegan Aiken. Then you have, Oviedo, I guess, is an option with the Cubs. They've been struggling. It is in Wrigley, though, so you got to check that wind, because if the wind's blowing out hard, that could really hurt him. So that's definitely, a factor there. And then the rest of it is just kind of, meh. Dodgers are struggling, but you really trust Faulty against them? I don't think so. This is extremely scary for Yarbrough owners. They're facing the best offense in the Orioles against lefties. And as of late, I talked about yesterday and how David Peterson was doomed from the start. I would be surprised if Yarbrough has a good start here. And now we're going to move on to the 12th. Again, we're going to kind of do these together real quick. We got Alex Cobb going against Arizona. Arizona's been struggling. They typically hit lefties better than righties. They've been up and down. They do get hot, but then they get cold. Right now, they're on the cold streak. I feel like this makes a lot of sense. Cobb with the splitter has some strikeout potential. I kind of like this start. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Got Tyon going against Philly. In Philly, Tyon's just been a mess. The stuff metrics are trending down. His pitches haven't been as good. He's not placing them right. I'd like to see him draw on that fastball usage, but he's been throwing it more. So anyway, against Philly, okay matchup. Not the worst, not the best. We'll give this a 6.8. Johnny Cueto goes against Washington, who has been struggling the entire season. Soto did just hit a home run yesterday. Maybe they get going. We're going to kind of watch this and see if they start trending up or not. But as of right now, I like this matchup as well. I'm going to give it a 7.2. And we're going to shift him over Tyon there. Then we got Lucchesi going against the Padres. Padres haven't been all that great this entire year, honestly. And Lucchesi's at home, which helps him. I think the strikeout potential's there. They do keep him on a short leash, though. So if he runs into trouble, he's not probably going to get to that 5-inning mark. So we'll have to see. But I do kind of like this. I'm going to go 7-0. Hopefully that curve is working for him. Gant against the Cubs. Gant, he's going to fall apart. I don't trust this really that much. I'll give it a 6.5. Spencer Howard against the Yankees. Yankees look like they're hot right now, but it's all because of this one game that's happened yesterday against Dobnak, which I'm not really believing, but they do hit righties better than lefties. They're not good against lefties, pretty good against righties, so I think this is a little bit of a dangerous start. Howard is extremely frustrating to watch. He starts off really good, but by the time he gets to the 4th, 5th inning, it kind of falls apart. So, till he can do that, I can't really trust him. I'm giving him a 6.3 there. We got Jackson Kowar, who got destroyed in his debut. I think, I think he's better than that. It was totally adrenaline. He missed all his marks, but he's getting a really hot offense here. Offense that's good against righties. I won't stream him until I see him do it. So we're going to give him a 6.2 there. Caprillion gets the Royals. Again, they're trending down compared to trending up. The offense has been struggling. So we will, I like Caprillion. I'm going to give this a 6.8. We'll shift him up. And then we're going to get, we got Chad Kuhl against Milwaukee. I kind of like Kuhl. Good curveball, good breaking balls overall. Milwaukee's been trending up, though. So we're just going to give him a 6.0 because we're not too excited about him, right? Is anyone excited about Chad Kuhl? Joe Ross against the Giants. Want no part of this. Giants offense is good. I'm going to give him a 5.5. Urena against the White Sox. Another start I want no part of. Aller against the Dodgers. He actually looked decent, but not against the Dodgers. I ain't touching this. I'm going to 5-0. Erwin Santana, I will never stream. That's going to be a 4-5. And George Lopez is good in the right spots, but as I said, the Rays struggle against lefties, but hit righties pretty well. So this is not the spot to stream him. I'll give him a 5-4. Actually, no, I take that back. We'll go with a 4-4. I have a feeling he gets lit up there. So there you go. So Cobb's going to be our main / shallow pick, and then we need a deep pick, and it looks like it's going to be Lucchesi based off of our rankings against the Padres. I will keep an eye on the Padres though if they start hitting better, then that might shift a little bit. So that does it. So just quickly to reiterate, today we got Hap because Yankees struggle against lefties. Then we got Skubal, Irvin, Dunn for tomorrow. And then we got Cobb and Lucchesi for the next day. And those are streaming picks. Before we move on to the two pitchers that I'm going to talk about, let's take a little question here off the streaming record. What's the move with Carrasco? So I don't know if you guys saw Carrasco. They decided to not let him throw off the mound again as of late. They said they need to build that hamstring, I think they said. How you can't trade him. No one's going to take him after that news. You're just going to have to hold on to him. Is he worth holding on to? Yes, because he eventually probably will, hopefully, as a Mets fan, will get out there eventually. And when he does, he's a good pitcher. I know he can be injury prone, but you're going to just have to hold on to him for right now. All right, so let's quickly talk about Vladimir Gutierrez. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. 3 starts, 17 innings with a 2.65 ERA, a 3.97 FIP. But, again, small sample here. So left on base percentage and BABIP are just kind of like, But what I do want to point out when it comes to Gutierrez, so when you have small samples for pitchers, you want to look at the K-walk percentage, right? So we'll scroll down here real quick. 18.3 strikeout rate and 11.3 walk rate. That's a 7.0 K walk percentage. That's not good. The K rate, will it go up? Maybe a little. But the walk rate's the issue here, and I'm going to tell you why. This home run per fly ball percentage of 5.3% is not going to stick. You could just look at him in the minors. He's basically double digits every year. I think I averaged it out. It's like about 13%. So seeing my dog agrees with me. So that home run per fly ball rate is going to go up. The home run per 9 is only 0.53. That's not going to stick either, as you could tell from his minor league numbers. So what's going to happen when he's walking a lot of people and the home runs go up? The ERA is going to bump up. So, he's pretty good at getting weak contact, as you can see by the XE right here. But, the Sierra 5.10, the FIP looks like there's regression. There's going to be a regression here. He's not going to get you high strikeout rate either. So I think he's just a streamer in the right situations. If someone's interested in him in your league, send him off to them. It makes plenty of sense for me. So those are my thoughts about Vladimir Gutierrez, in case anyone is wondering or even cares, I guess. All right, next we got to talk about Sammy Long. Really good start last night. He had like 7 strikeouts and 4 innings. There has to be interest there. Makes plenty of sense. So actually, let's get into his start from last night first before we look at the numbers. So this is just his chart of basically where, what pitches he threw where, all that kind of stuff. So, you could tell he's trying to go up and in against lefties on 4 seams and, maybe down and in a little bit. I feel like he's trying to raise the fastball, which I like. You could tell the curveballs are low, which is good, but obviously he's been leaving some in the middle. Here's the thing. So I'm going to show you this quick little clip right here. So just going to show 2 pitches of his day. So this is just a really good 4-seam fastball. Kind of like I said, it looks like he's going down and in against righties. That's okay. As long as he goes up to, he's probably trying to change eye level. Makes plenty of sense. Fastball looks really good there. I'm assuming they're showing his family right there. And then this is a curveball. So the curveball was supposed to be down low and he left it up high, completely fooled him. So the thing about curveballs in the middle of the zone, if it happens, so obviously pitchers are going to miss, right? No one has perfect command. It's just not a thing. But when you miss in the middle, you want to make sure when a pitcher misses in the middle that the hitter's not going to hit it. You know what I mean? Or when they do it, it's not going to be of quality contact. That was my worry about Maeda. When Maeda missed in the middle with his slider, which he does often, it was getting crushed. Whereas compared to other pitchers like Kershaw, sometimes when he leaves his in the middle, it doesn't matter. The WOBA and everything is super low. So I think with pitchers, that's what matters, right? So we have to see, kind of how that develops. But as of last night, anyway, my point is hitters weren't making good contact when he was leaving in the middle. So that's pretty good right there. This just kind of shows his cold strikes. He painted the edges pretty well, as you could see some oranges over here. He got a lot of outs, did really well. Again, so a lot of these were fouls, in play outs, cold strikes, or fouled off. So again, he's not really laying up a lot of contact. He did have one in play, no out, and that was kind of left over the middle of the zone a little bit. So again, that looks pretty good. Just by looking at that start, that was good. I mean, if you want to look at the breakdown real quick too, mainly through his curveballs with four-seam changeup. The CSW rates right here are pretty good. The curveball at 6 whiffs, pretty impressive debut. I like this going forward. It looks pretty good. If you look at his minor league numbers, I mean, the strikeout rates have pretty much gone up. The walk rates have been pretty low. So again, really good. High strikeout rate, low walk rate. If he could obviously keep that, that's impressive. I mean, obviously this isn't going to stick at 50% strikeout rate. But I mean, the minor league numbers show, I mean, high strikeout pitcher, low walk rate, looks like that's going to be a good K walk percentage in the future. So this looks good to me. If you want to look at his pitches real quick, what's really impressive to me too is the separation and velocity here. So he pumps his four seam in at 93-ish, sometimes at as high as 95. And then he hits you with his changeup at 81 miles an hour. That's a 12-mile-an-hour difference. That is insane. And then after that, then he drops it even further by 4 miles an hour with the curveball. So a lot of change in speed there, which is nice. I like the makeup of this guy. I mean, again, it's one start. It's a little tough to tell. But based off what I'm seeing, I feel like this could be something real. 100% take a shot. You might as well. There's no reason not to in all of your leagues. I already have a fab bid in for him in a daily league I'm in. I mean, again, he pitched really well. I'm curious to see what he does moving forward. If they continue using opener, it's going to hurt you in quality start leagues, obviously. But if you're not in a quality start league, it's not really going to make a difference. He's going to get you those. He could get you those wins, good ratios, whatever. So, so that's Sammy Long. So again, really like Sammy Long. Vladimir Gutierrez, not a fan of. He's good at inducing weak contact, but not a high strikeout rate pitcher. I think that high walk rate is going to come back to bite him. And again, to recap streaming real quick, J-Hap for today, not a ton of good options, but Yankees struggle against lefties. We got Scooble, Irvin Dunn. Not a ton of great options, but okay options. And then the day after, it looks like the pick will be Alex Cobb, as well as Joey Lucchesi if you are in deep leagues. All right, that does it. Thanks for everyone who watched. Thanks for the comment. Again, ask questions anytime you guys want. I would love to answer them. Love interaction. I know it's early, so we're all kind of zombies at this time of the day. But yeah, if you enjoyed, please subscribe to our Twitch. Again, that's really important to us. Follow us, whatever. Follow us on YouTube. Follow our Twitter at SPStreamer. Our website, spstreamer.com. We're starting to do some cool things there. We do a lot of streaming. We're trying to do things differently. So check us out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I hope you all have a good day. Again, thank you for watching. We will be